Welcome into the PHNX Coyotes post-game show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah Merrill here with Steve Peters and Craig Morgan, starting out on the show with us for the first time in a while, and I don't even know where to begin.
Well, that's kind of how I felt about post-game interviews tonight. What am I going to ask? Hey, did you guys think about draft positioning at all? Of course they don't. Coaches and players don't think about that stuff. They think about winning. I get it. I get all that. In 1 week, this win, 5 points in the last six in the last 8. Petey, is it? None of it matters. None of it matters. As someone just pointed out, most of these guys won't even be here when they emerge from the rebuild. This win meant nothing except they don't have the best odds in the lottery anymore. Montreal won tonight at MSG.
The Coyotes were teed up for a perfect night. The tank was not dead when Montreal won. If the Coyotes lost tonight and Friday and Montreal won on Friday, the Coyotes could have secured the tank. They screwed it up.
You can't play to lose as a player and a coach. I get that. But there are ways. Petey, you might have some thoughts?
Well, no, you were just saying roll the lines.
Roll the lines.
Roll the lines. Roll the lines. Is anybody going to criticize the coaching staff for rolling the lines?
Everybody gets equalized.
Again, they're trying to win. They win. They get points in 4 of their last 5. They beat 3 teams. Take St. Louis. They didn't beat St. Louis. They take St. Louis to overtime. That's 3 playoff teams. Wow. I mean, honestly, wow. Sattery was good tonight.
First win with the team.
I truly sat here and thought, as a group, as a trio, we sat here and thought Wedgewood was going to get a shutout.
100%.
Through two periods, that's where he was. Again, They had a 3-goal deficit in the third period,
so
and they came back.
We talked about the onus on Arizona here. The onus is on Dallas. Win the goddamn game.
Yeah, there's that.
You're going to the playoffs. You're a better team. You have 20 NHL players on your roster versus 11 American leaders, 2 college kids, and a guy from the Olympics. You got 20 NHL. Beat the Coyotes. It's not that hard. You have a 3-goal lead. Lock it down. Same thing happened against St. Louis. Lock it down. Win the goddamn game. So I good on the Coyotes coming back and doing what they did. They just keep competing. You got to put the onus on the teams that are letting this happen. And it happened in Chicago. Chicago beats the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. And at that point in time, Vegas was still playing for something.
Yeah.
And they didn't know that. And you can't go into Chicago and lose to the Chicago Blackhawks. You can't. This time of year, these games are important. I'm worried about the New York Rangers now. That's a huge game tonight.
Montreal won it with 31 seconds left. It was 3-3 with 30 seconds left, and Montreal scored with 31 to go.
So I think I'm not a proponent in saying, it doesn't matter until like Colorado lost 4 in a row. It's okay. No, you want to be on a roll when those playoffs hit. You want to be winning and playing your best hockey of the season.
Unless you're like a totally veteran, experienced team like Tampa Bay. You've won 2 cups. You know how to turn it on.
Yeah.
These other teams,
100%
you better be on a roll because you have no idea. You had no idea how to get there yet.
100%.
You haven't.
You don't know what you are yet.
Yeah.
You don't know what you are.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the Rangers. The Rangers don't know what they are at all. Like, this is a team ahead of their rebuild. Dallas, we've been saying, what the hell is this Dallas team all season long? We're just hoping they get in. They limped into the playoffs tonight. I mean, they're gonna ultimately face Calgary or Colorado, and they're gonna have their hands full.
Yep. And with the 4th pick in the 2022 draft,
Sorry, D-Bug. I'm sorry. I'm seething. I don't know why I'm so seething here. I'm not. Honestly, I'm not upset with the Coyotes. The coaches and players did what they were supposed to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Period. And that's, as fans, we said this. We want that team to compete and do the best they can. Andre Tournier, coach of the year the last week. Taking that in the last week of
before it. Yeah.
10 straight losses before getting points in 4 out of 5 with that roster. And I'm not trying to knock these guys, but that's an American League roster. Yeah. And I'm not kidding. Half of the roster is an American League team.
Yeah, that's not even hyperbole.
Yeah, that's real.
Fact.
Yeah. And they're out there competing and working hard until the final buzzer. Barrett Hayton was great tonight. Physical glimpses of things of the future when you see McBain and Hayton up the middle playing like they're playing. There's a glimpse of hope in the future. And so, yeah, we're all saying about the tank and the draft, and I get it more than most. I get it. You want that pick. You got to have that pick. It's so important for the future of the franchise. It's not on the coaches and players to get them there.
Right. And it's not guaranteed, obviously. We've talked about the odds. We get all that.
Yeah.
But if you have a chance to get the best possible odds, I mean, this point in the season,
Yep.
You want it. You want it.
For sure. And it happened in 2015 with the McDavid draft when Arizona beats Buffalo. In Buffalo, end up missing it by 1 point. And what happens then? It's McDavid and Eichel, top 1 and 2. And maybe getting Eichel in hindsight wasn't a bad thing because he doesn't seem to be able to make the playoffs either.
Who makes the playoffs first, Eichel or the Buffalo Sabres?
Yeah, I like Buffalo's chances
Buffalo
actually.
With Sean
with the trajectory of the now eliminated Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, they're going to be healthy next year. I don't know how they're going to do it cap-wise with all those players, but they'll figure out a way, and they'll still have a good team. But they're old now. They went for it. It was laudable. You get it, but they didn't get there. And man, are they going to have to pay the piper now because their farm system has nothing. So Jack Eichel is looking at a future with the Golden Knights that looks a lot like the situation he had in Buffalo, where
when he was
rebuilding.
in Buffalo,
yeah, where they're rebuilding.
Because Buffalo's on their way out of the rebuild now. They're ahead of the Arizona Coyotes in where they're at in this whole process of rebuilding. Their draft picks are playing now. Their top picks. Owen Power is now playing. But Darlene's playing. Like they've got their top picks are playing.
Yeah,
Coyotes haven't picked those guys yet. That's coming this year and the following year. And so they're a couple years ahead. Look out for the Sabres.
We'll see where it comes now. I mean, anywhere between 1 and 4. That we know now that they're locked in at 31st, no matter what they do. So the good thing about this is you got your final game coming up at Gila River Arena against, again, the Nashville Predators, who you played in the first game ever there, who you beat who you beat to advance to the Western Conference Final, who you beat in the playoff bubble. They're probably going to beat the Nashville Predators, but now you're rooting for a win to go out in style. Why not? Because it doesn't matter at this point because they've already gained too many points to get 30 seconds. So hey, come out, enjoy the game, and maybe the Coyotes will go out with another win and end the season.
I mean, at this point,
high
why not? Like, it's not
seriously.
like it really affects anything anymore.
Right.
Might as well go for it.
Yeah, I hope they do get a win. And if they play like this, the one thing is, do you know how easy it would be down 3-0 on the road in Dallas, playing for last, to just go, screw this. Like, let's hang it up. Like, we're done. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, sure.
Why come up for the third period? Let's get out of here. Let's get on the plane. Let's go home. We'll be golfing on Saturday. Let's begin. And they did. They kept going. And I really think the addition of players like Smith and McBain late in the year gave them that little bit of a boost. And I think they Boko Mama brought that extra excitement in the last few games. And I know he didn't play tonight, but he brought that little spark. And I think that youth and exuberance is doing that for this team. Early in the year, you were looking for those leaders like Ladd, Roussel, Beagle, the older guys to lead the way. Now it's the younger guys that are bringing the excitement. So what happens in game 1 when now Smith, McBain, now Hayton's coming back as a veteran now, as a guy that's been around. Keller's healthy. Schmaltz is healthy.
Krause and Fisher.
Probably
resigned.
Yeah, and maybe re-sign Strawman. And now you're looking at the defense core that you've got 4 guys that are minor leaguers this year now that have a year of NHL experience. Now all of a sudden you go, holy shit, this is a young, exciting team on the cusp. And, by the way, we'll add in 8 top draft picks. It's there. This is the best plan this franchise has had ever.
Except for Connor Bedard's at the top of the draft next year.
I know.
I don't know.
I know, but that's what I'm afraid of.
I don't know if they're going to be in contention for him.
I'm afraid. This team's going to be too good.
Yeah.
I'm afraid they're going to be too good.
Because look at all the injuries. I mean, that happened this year. Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Do I need better glasses? Can you read that?
Yeah, I can read it.
We only need one person to read it, Petey, and it's not you and me.
I know.
Yes.
There's just no chance.
We're old.
Okay, did we get the what did this win mean for the future of the team out of the way, and then we can...
I think so. I think we've covered it now.
So,
I think we've got all of our emotions
Kale McCarr
out.
was picked 4th in the draft, by the way. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Just saying, there's a chance.
Okay, we'll see.
Mitch Marner, 4th.
Very true.
Just saying.
Who went right above him?
Dylan Strome at 3.
Yeah, I saw a comment who's going to be this year's Dylan Strome for the Coyotes.
So I'm just saying.
No. But Dylan Strome and the Blackhawks did beat Vegas tonight. So.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you did say that this was a really impressive win by the Coyotes, and honestly it was. So all of that aside, and I'm glad we got it out of the way in the beginning, let's talk about what actually went down in this game. So let's look at tonight by the numbers, because the shots on goal in this game by the Coyotes, 37 shots on goal. That has to be...
Did it twice this year.
So
46 against San Jose on that 8-7 game.
Yeah, that game was crazy.
And game 1 of the season, they had 38 against Columbus. So it's the third time.
Wow.
Third highest shot.
That's right. That I forgot that shot total against
So
Columbus.
just one.
And they gave up 8 goals.
One in each phase of the season. One in the beginning, one in the middle, one at the end. Unbelievable. Both teams having success on the power play, but the shot on goal thing for me is the one. Did you want to add?
No, they came to play tonight. They
They
absolutely
did.
came to play tonight.
It's impressive.
Scott Wedgewood was really good. Like
Yeah.
2 periods. It was crazy how they rallied. But he was really good in this game, and because of that, the Dallas Stars are heading to the playoffs, clinched the final spot, and Scott Wedgewood also delivered on a promise.
Yes.
The Coyotes traded him, of course, for a conditional 2023 fourth-round pick that becomes a third-round pick if the Stars make the playoffs. They have now, so Wedgie delivered for 2 teams tonight. We joked about this. We joked about this with Wedgie multiple times.
Yeah, he got his team into the playoffs, and he got his old team.
Yeah, it wasn't how.
Talk about win-win.
It wasn't the game that Dallas, I'm sure, wanted to have. They probably would have rather had the win and the confidence and whatever. But the point in extra time got them in. It eliminated Vegas, and it helped out the Coyotes. So
Sure, it'll help. I hope it helped out Scott Wedgewood too. I want to see this guy get a contract. I want to see him. Fine, if you're number 2 in the league, just give this guy a contract. Yeah. He's earned it, I think. He's proven that he can be an NHL goaltender this season.
D-Book said PD side count at 91 only. It was actually at 81 because
it was game 81.
This was game 81, so a side per game.
I gotta admit though, were we not? I was excited when they were scoring. I was excited.
Sure,
I was
Look, well, you look at this.
I'm not sitting here being all negative about it. I'm not doing that. They shouldn't
reality.
be winning those games.
You know
That's
reality.
Well,
you know what those picks mean.
Right.
You can't get away from that simple fact.
Right.
You have to have franchise players, difference makers, in order to do anything. You can't just keep picking, good players.
Yeah.
You need difference makers. You get those in the top few picks of the draft. Look at all the cup winners. Where did those players come from? Yep. The key players. They come in the top 2 picks.
It's true.
I thought we were going to be done right
now. Oh, yeah, but Joel said they start listening to the keys, and I'm mad about it. No, they did.
That's true.
Their keys, this team has been better defensively. Yeah. They've been better off of the rush than they've been all year. Their penalty killing's been phenomenal over this last little stretch. The season just keeps getting broken down into different segments. That Eastern swing when they were shooting lights out, then they come home and it's horrifically bad. We thought the tank was over when they won all those games out east.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you lose 10 in a row and you go, oh shit, we're right back in it. And now they're doing it again.
I know.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun to watch. And we are excited about Friday. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. But when this game started, I didn't think it was going to end how it did. We said, oh, this is going to be a 5-0 game. Both of Dallas's first goals went in off of Coyotes players. They had only scored 2 goals on 4 shots. It was looking like one of those ones, which is just the theme of the week. And we should have known, based on how this week has unfolded, that was not the case. And you get to the third period. Once again, the Coyotes outshot Dallas 15-3, which is insane, and had goals from, once again, Stralman, like the hottest Coyotes goal scorer as of late.
6 points in his last 5 games.
Goss to spare. And then Hayton with, of course, the game tying goal, and then Hayton assisted on the overtime winner by Travis Boyd, overtime hero.
16 goals this season for Travis Boyd, a guy who, when he arrived here, I was told, oh, he's just a guy, he'll try and compete for a 4th line center spot. That's
He's been their top centerman most of the season.
16 goals. 16 goals.
And Stralman's
I don't care
another
where
guy.
You play. Like, it's hard to score goals in the NHL. He has 16 goals.
A career high for him.
Yeah.
And then you look at Stralman, another guy that I said, oh, it's just a body that they got a good draft pick out of Florida to get that deal done. And he's just going to be an average guy. Not only has he been successful offensively, been a mentor to all of the young guys that have come up from Tucson this year. What a wonderful year for Anton Stralman. Like, again, I'll admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong again on Anton Stralman. I thought, okay, he'll play his minutes, he'll eat clock, and that's about it. But no, he's been an effective player on and off the ice, and I wouldn't be surprised if they signed him for another year.
I wrote about it. I think they are. I think they're in talks.
I mean, that's good for him, and this is what the Coyotes can get. We were talking about last night, Smith and McBain getting the chance to not only play but have an actual impact. And Stralman, this is the place for him to do that too. And he
likes it here.
Yeah,
he likes it. He likes the organization.
And who also wouldn't want to live in Arizona? Right. It's a great place to have a family. So, and he
likes Chef Mario's cooking.
Charles said Travis Boyd is our Shane Wright now. Wow,
No.
that is optimism right there.
You know when
Charles.
they do the player comparisons
Yeah.
for drafts, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, so and so plays like Patrice
Shane
Bergeron,
Wright. We
Shane
project him
Wright,
to be a
player
Travis
comparable, Travis Boyd.
But does this
God
give you
help us.
any level of excitement? We got one game left. This is it. One game left.
It feels like the last week of school.
And then we've got all summer to talk about this for month after month. But do you think game one that expectations are a little higher? That you go, gosh, you know what? This team isn't 32nd. They're not 31st. Like, this team can compete. Maybe not a playoff team.
I think
don't
I
want
need
to get
to see
way
what
over my
happens
skis.
in the offseason first.
Yeah, maybe. But they've got the core is there.
The core is there. But
I'm just saying,
I might
they're
feel
not
that-
as bad as I was thinking. Going into next season, game one, I'm right now with the guys, the pieces they already have. They're not going to be as bad as they were this year.
What are they at? 50 what?
how many
don't know.
points? I guess let me pull it up real quick. Just scroll to the bottom in the
wasn't
standings
14,
here.
15, 56 points, Petey?
55
So they're 1
points.
point shy of.
Yeah.
They can eclipse the 14-15 team if they get a win against Nashville.
Wow.
Wow.
And we had
they'll
this team-
match the win total for that.
And we
team,
had
too.
this team pegged into the worst team in franchise history up until a week ago, even.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, up until
Oh, yeah.
we thought they
Never
were
thought
never
they'd
going
get
to
to
win
56.
another game this season. It's actually unbelievable. I don't know, but what it does give me hope about is hopefully then the Coyotes can kind of follow in the path of teams like LA and New York, who they kind of their rebuild was very shortened.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it'll be one of those things where
Got to get the right pieces, though, right? If you come out of a rebuild with a good team, but not a team that has the right pieces to compete for a cup, is that okay? I mean, do you want to just be a playoff team, or do you want to get?
No,
this?
you want to get the pieces. You got to get.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
And again, though, Craig, we've said this draft isn't it anyway. It's not McDavid.
it's not, and that's true. Like Shane Wright is not that guy. He's a good center. He's not a franchise center. So maybe it's okay, but at some point,
So then
you got to find that guy.
You're putting your faith into the scouting staff and development staff that Bill Armstrong is putting together, and that is going to be so important because we said Cale Makar was picked at 4. Cale Makar is a guy that can lead you to that next phase. So if they pick at 3 or 4, they need to nail it. They need to be like, oh shit, if we redrafted right now, that guy might be 1 because Cale Makar might be 1, right? And so maybe. Especially in a draft like this. Where the 1 and 2 where they're good. Everybody's saying Logan Cooley's good.
Right.
Shane Wright's good. They're good. But they're not Connor McDavid good. They're not, do you see this kid, Sidney Crosby? He's going to go high in the draft. It's not that.
Yep.
So
Agreed.
they might be able to pick a guy out of that. And then you're right, Craig, they need the ping pong balls to fall in 2023.
They got to find that guy somehow. Like when you look at Bill Armstrong and look at what the Blues did, right?
Right.
How'd they get their top centers? They didn't draft either of those guys. Now that's a rare occurrence that you can get Ryan O'Reilly and Braden Shen through trades. That does not happen. They are the exception to the rule because you look at the teams that won the Cup: Kopitar, Taves, Sidney Crosby. We mentioned all these guys. Steven Stamkos. These guys were all drafted.
Yep.
Right at the top of the draft. That's how you generally build a Cup contender. You got to get really lucky. You got to make really good moves as a GM to find that type of player through a trade because they're usually not available.
I've seen a lot of comments tank for Bedard, but we did get a tweet today that it was collapse for Connor, which I like that.
Not
so
bad.
We can work with that.
you know we've been
all
doing
year to
we've
come
been
up with them.
we've been doing the right wrong for right, cooling for Cooley, so collapse for Connor. I don't know. Give us some ideas for the tagline for next year, but we'll see what happens. But going back to this game, we had to like I said, the first 2 periods we thought this game was going one way. So we were actually joking, but not quite joking, about making Scott Wedgewood our DraftKings king of the game. But then things changed.
Just change a little bit.
Bit. So we had to adjust, but there was somebody who had a really great game, and that somebody is Barrett Hayton, who is tonight's DraftKings king of the game. He had the game-tying goal that sent it to overtime and 2 assists as well. And that goal that he scored in the 3rd period on his knee right in front of the net, I feel like those are all the goals that Hayton has been scoring this season. Like, kind of down low in front of the net, and he always ends up on his knee or sliding on his back at the end. It's really great to see him physical in front of the net, and I can't wait to hopefully see him playing with whoever the Coyotes pick this year and next.
Maybe it was the skates Barrett Hayton was wearing tonight.
Yeah, absolutely
And that
unbelievable. If you all didn't see, he had custom skates with a picture of Matt Shaw and Leighton Accardo on the skate. Just beautiful, beautiful skates. That I think the Coyotes tweeted a picture, right?
Yeah.
So check out the Arizona Coyotes on Twitter for that if you missed it on the broadcast tonight. So that was really special, and I'm sure he had them on the mind tonight. So really happy for him to have a great game tonight. All right. Anything else? We've just been going, and now it's quiet all of a
We just let
sudden.
Leah hang.
I was
Good night,
like,
everybody.
I was like, oh, they're gonna have something to say. They've been going off all night. Oh my gosh. Well, let's take this time.
I think the
I
OGs are
guess.
kicking in for Petey over there.
Yeah,
I
no.
wish.
No,
Oh,
not there
man.
yet. That would be a party bus for
That-
sure.
Yeah, that could be a party bus thing. Well, the Suns are back in action tomorrow night. The NBA playoffs are in full swing. Sean, I actually don't know what your DraftKings pick of the week is. I'm just guessing it has to do with basketball. But Sean, I'm bringing you in. What's your DraftKings pick of the week?
You are right to assume that it has something to do with basketball. It actually, of course, is going to be the Suns. By the way, I'm pretty sure my last one hit. I don't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure it hit.
It was the Celtics, I think.
Yes, and they did win. So
He's on a heater.
on a heater. But I have to go Suns -2. I think they win and end the series tomorrow, right? 3-2.
Yep.
So I just think they had a 6.5 point spread in the last game, and they easily covered that. And I think they lowered it all the way to -2 just because it's on the road. But I think it'll be fine. I think the Suns win relatively easily. So Suns -2 is my DraftKings pick of the week.
I see the Suns winning tomorrow too, but don't bring Devin Booker back.
No, don't rush
get
him.
tempted. Don't rush Devin Booker. You're gonna win this series. Get him rested. Get him healthy. You're gonna need him much more down the road.
Well, there you have it, the DraftKings pick of the week. If you want to bet on the Suns or anyone else in the NBA, or if you have an inkling of what's going to happen Friday night in the game between the Coyotes and the Predators, you can do so on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. And this week, new customers can bet $5 on any team to win and get $150 in free bets instantly. You win no matter what. Plus, place a same-game parlay each day with 3 or more legs and get up to $25 back if one leg doesn't hit. So a great deal on DraftKings this week. And tweet at us and tweet at Sean if you end up tailing him in his DraftKings pick of the week. As always, that's code PHNX at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Bet $5 on any NBA team to win their game during the first round of the playoffs. Get $150 in free bets instantly. That's 21 and over. Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. I saw some other good names. I saw Dishonor for Connor was one. That was
Wow.
funny. There's also a lot of slander on the crown being tiny on Hayton. I kind of missed that. But Sean did a huge crown. That's teeny. But he did a huge crown last night.
You
This
know what
was
else is teeny?
this was payback for people for you you talking about how large the crown was.
Wow,
yesterday.
that is.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's a perfect transition for Craig.
Did you get the picture?
Yeah, so you know what else is teeny? So we've been begging Craig, please bring in the Jacob Chychrun bobblehead. So he brought it in. So here it is, just looking
Wow.
at it. That's, like, in terms of likeness, I think it's pretty good.
Mhm.
Thor, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice salad. Looks good.
Far
Okay.
better than the Oliver Ekman Larson. Yeah, you got those? Okay.
The Oliver Ekman Larson one looks like we decided Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
We decided. Okay, so now I'm going to try and hold this up close, but look how teeny this is.
Yeah, it's very strange how small bobbleheads have gotten.
Yeah, it's like half size.
Yeah.
Is it a budget thing?
I don't know.
Like
Maybe.
what? It's literally 2/3 of the size of this one.
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know.
I don't know.
At least it's a good likeness, though. Like we're talking
Yeah.
about the Oliver Ekman Larson one. Looks. It does.
Nothing. Nothing like him.
We know who will play him in the movie now, I guess,
Yeah.
because that's brutal. That's not even close to the likeness.
No.
Now we can
At
just
least they
see
got the likeness right.
little
But you know, if
Jacob
you're gonna
up here.
go with
Jacob.
a Thor motif,
Yeah, Thor's big.
can't
but-
really make
Yeah.
us
Like, it should be a bigger
teeny little
bobblehead.
head.
If he was Ant-Man, sure.
Pretty massive.
Wow.
It's not. It's so
Wow. Okay.
man.
Anyway,
back
guess-
on track.
yeah.
I don't even know what on track is anymore.
After that,
to
I don't
be
know.
honest.
I don't know
I don't know
either.
how to transition out of that at all. My God.
You know what I'm looking forward to seeing tonight? Even though Karen mentioned he's screwing up the punch card. You know what's left on the punch card now?
Just one punch.
It's not even a row. It's just
Just
that
one.
It's that holdover.
Yeah, and yeah, Karen in the Discord mentioned this. They ruined.
There it is.
They ruined the perfect diagonal
Oh, that's right. We could have had a
Oh,
8.
Been working on all season.
all season long. It would have been perfect. And they
So
ruined
many
it.
things went
There's so
wrong.
many things tonight
Yeah.
that they just
Yeah.
ruined. But you know what? It's the Coyotes way, and I think those of us who have been Coyotes fans for long enough just are pre-programmed to just know and deal with it. We're just programmed for disappointment. That should be the slogan. Arizona Coyotes fans programmed
just
for
can't believe we're here.
disappointment.
Can't believe we're here.
It could be on the media guide. Expect disappointment. Do you remember the one year when the Cubs, when they still hadn't won the World Series? I didn't remember what it was. They finally won in 15 or 16, whatever the hell it was. But a few years before that, and it's been 100 years, the front of the media guide says, "We're working on it."
Really?
It was great.
That's awesome.
The
was
closest the Coyotes
great,
had was
yeah.
hockey the hard way.
Yeah,
That
I
was like
actually think I
14,
have
15.
a shirt from there.
That was a good
Yeah.
slogan.
Yeah, hockey the hard way, because that's what they do, and they did it again tonight.
Yeah, they honestly did. That's
Hockey the
kind
hard
of
way.
been their MO for
it
a
has
few
been. It's the
years.
best slogan they've ever had,
Yeah.
because that's what they do to us every night.
It's so true. Well, let's look ahead at the last game of the season. There's only one game left, which is just insane to say. And that, of course, is against the Nashville Predators, who clinched a playoff spot last night. But they have something to play for on Friday, which is,
Avoiding Colorado.
yeah, right? Avoiding Colorado. They're currently, well, now Dallas just passed them in points tonight, but they play tomorrow against Colorado,
Ooh.
which is going to be tough for them.
But if they finish tied with Dallas, they win because they have more regulation wins, right? I think that's the way it plays out. But
You
yeah,
know?
Nashville has important games.
Yeah, Nashville's got to absolutely.
Oof,
They want to win this game.
that's a big deal.
So they have something to play for. I'm still on the train that it's going to end 3-1 Nashville, just like the first ever game
Wow.
at Gila River Arena.
The bookends.
Just for the perfect bookends. That just seems like something that would happen. But it'll be a really interesting game. And I'm kind of glad that it is a game that they have something to play for. Just like Dallas tonight has something to play for with trying to clinch a playoff series, trying to knock out Vegas. I don't know.
But-
The
but
Coyotes
again,
have been playing well up to the
Minnesota
level
had
of their...
something to play for.
Yeah, but I'm
St.
saying
Louis
the
had something to
Coyotes have
play
had
for.
something to play for. They've been playing up to their competitors, which will make for an entertaining game,
I'm all for entertaining.
which is great because we'll be in the building.
Finally, you guys will finally at least
We'll
stop by.
We'll
We'll
stop
see.
by
your
the
see if
spots
we
and
get
your
there.
seats in the
Maybe.
press box, but then
We'll drop our
you'll
stuff.
be down with the people.
Between
the
the
people.
party patio and the Lola, I'll see if
Yeah, I
I
don't
make it there.
know
Oh,
because there's
so
also
you
going to
can
be
make time
drinks.
for me.
There's going to be
You can
drinks
make time for working.
Drinks
on
early.
the bus.
Drinks on the bus.
The bus leaves at 4:15,
Yeah,
Craig.
buddy, I'm
I know
cracking the
when
first
the
one by
bus leaves.
4:15 is
I'll
my
be in
first one.
Glendale before you guys.
Won't be my last one.
I'll be working.
Well, if you haven't yet bought tickets to be on the party bus, you have less than a day to do so. The tickets will close on the PHNX Locker tomorrow afternoon. So get out, open a new tab right now, head over to the PHNX Locker and buy a ticket to the PHNX Coyotes party bus. You can do this if you have a ticket to the game already or if you don't. So if you do the option, so this is what you get no matter what. You get a round trip party bus to and from the game. You get food and drinks on the Dos Equis deck, a meet and greet with Josh Doan, and a shirt, a drawing to ride the Zamboni, prize giveaways. There's going to be complimentary Four Peaks beers on the bus. So you can purchase that package either with or without a game ticket, depending on if you already have tickets to the game. That's at phnxlocker.com. And again, that closes tomorrow afternoon. So be sure to buy that now. Or you can buy tickets to the Josh Doan meet and greet that will be happening at the Lola at 6:30 in Westgate. Beforehand, that gets you a shirt, a meet and greet with Josh, a photo op, and an autograph. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And also, we got the press release today about some Coyotes that are going to be at that final game. Jeremy Roenick, Ray Whitney, Zbigniew McCulloch, among others. So it's going to be really special. They announced today that every fan, the first fans in the building, are going to get a commemorative ticket, which will be cool. And we will be some of the first in the building since we get to go to the Dos Equis deck beforehand. So there's just a lot of perks to coming on the bus.
Wow.
Among them, getting to hang out with the three. Well, Petey and I.
Yeah, let's pay for that. Let's pay
Listen,
for playing out with me, Mr.
you
Sunshine.
with a few beers.
Oh,
and
that
you,
could be
come
fun.
on. It's
Who
going to
knows
be
what Petey's
fun.
going to do. Still waiting for Petey's dance, by the way.
Oh
No,
my
I have
God, how did
not
I forget?
forgotten about
Maybe we'll
this.
film it on the bus.
I will never
Or how
forget
about on
about
the Dos
this.
Equis deck?
We are long overdue. So, if
Is
you
it
guys
going to be
want
one of those
to,
party buses
if
with
you
a
guys want to
stripper
demand
pole?
that Petey dances on the bus, I feel
Wow.
like that's within your rights at this point, because how long ago was it that we passed 3,000 followers
I don't
and
know.
still we're waiting for him to pay up? It
Dos-
hasn't happened. I mean, we're like within 100 followers of Leah eating
Is there true that
log cabin syrup, and Petey still
does
hasn't
the
paid up.
Lola turn into a dance club at 9?
It does.
Well, you're just saying. You never
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I'd
Never
be-
mind.
I might go dancing at the Lola.
Sure.
Could happen.
We can film it, and we'll be doing our post game show at the Lola as well. So if you're not returning on the bus, come hang out with us at the Lola afterwards, and there might be some special guests dropping by.
If Petey dances on the bus, you have to videotape it though, okay? Because
Well,
it
clearly.
has to be part of the show.
Well, don't worry, Michaela will be on the bus, our
Okay, well
social
then.
media manager.
In
So.
fact, Mac, if you're watching, it's at the point really where you should demand that Petey dances on the
Okay.
bus, because wow, how long has it been? I mean, how long did it take me to eat my hot dog with ketchup or drink my IPA? on
I
the show?
ordered that
Did
right
I pay up
away.
right away? I think I did.
Well,
We
what do you
could-
want me to
you know,
do?
I want
What do you
some
want
of
me
you
to do?
enterprising
Like,
viewers
I
to
need
go
a
back.
little guidance.
Why don't you go back and figure
Okay,
out when
so-
it was we passed
So
3,000
if you're
followers?
on the bus, you'll get to see Petey dance before the internet does. How about that? Because we'll film it on there.
Oh shit! Better start drinking early, heavy and hard.
Oh
boy!
my
but
gosh.
listen, well, we're still talking about the bus. What the hell are we wearing? We debated.
Yeah, we
it,
haven't
you pulled It.
decided.
We're white. Are we
Yeah,
red?
so
Are we
let's
sand?
check
Are
in
we
on
black?
the poll.
Where are we on the poll?
So the question for the poll, and we talked about this last night if you were here, what fans should wear for the last game? We do a whiteout because that's the old tradition, black funeral / turn out the lights, red because of bad blood and matching the seats, or sand, the new tradition, the sandstorm. And right now, there's 521 votes. White is in the lead, whiteout for the
What
last
percentage?
one, 39.2%.
There's still time.
And
Black
then in second
back
is
in
black, sand third, red fourth.
Okay, so black is second now. What percentage?
27.1.
Back in black.
Well,
I'll
it's
be
making a
pumping
little
the
bit of
black.
a rally, so it's only a 12%.
I'm gonna
split.
retweet this poll right now from PHNX Coyotes. So if you haven't voted yet, go over and vote because
I'm back in black.
that closes tomorrow. And then we need to discuss because it would be really fun to at least the busload of people to be coordinated. So our
Yes.
little section at the
Sure,
game could be
including
matched.
Petey's white suit.
I want to go black. I'm back in black. I
Okay.
think the playoffs were white. I think this is an opposite vibe. I'm all in black.
All right, buddy.
I'm my outfit right now is planned in black.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're gonna go against the poll?
No, I have an outfit planned for white as well
Okay.
because I'm a team guy, as I've proven over and over again on this show.
You better start
Okay,
calling
well,
all your
there's
friends
no.
around the NHL to
It's about me.
take part in this poll.
yeah, right.
All my friends, both votes will really swing that.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited though. I really can't wait.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be fun, and I know it's hard to believe. I've got some anxiety issues, and sometimes fun isn't on the top of my list. Like at the Thanksgiving party, did you see how wound up I was at Thanksgiving? It just wasn't fun. I couldn't get into fun mode.
Meanwhile, your
I
wife.
worry about literally
but
everything.
Your wife and I were
She was
drinking
fun.
wine. We were having
My
fun.
wife was fun. I was not fun. Is Emma sleeping or crying?
No, she's trying so hard not to laugh.
No, but I just couldn't relax enough to have fun. So I'm really, really, really gonna try to on Friday to wind down a little bit.
Petey, have you heard of OGs?
I
know,
have.
I wish they were our sponsor, but they're a sponsor.
If they'd
PHNX.
see me on air once, they'd go, "Buddy, you should be the spokesperson."
We have samples in the office.
I know, but I should be like
Just
their
saying.
spokesperson. Somebody needs to chill out at PHNX.
Oh,
Never mind.
man.
We're
Well-
gonna talk about that's our pod tomorrow,
Yeah.
right? We're gonna
Yeah.
talk about some alternative memories of
Ones
Gila
that didn't
River
make
Arena.
the top 10 list,
Yeah. So,
and ones that aren't. Maybe some of them, but Craig has a very, very, very in-depth story. What?
No, I just started thinking. Some movies are playing in my head of things that have gone on in my
Okay,
lifetime.
so you'll
at
want
Gila
to
River.
tune in for that one for
Oh.
sure. And Craig's gonna have
I'm
a
sorry, Tommy
really
Powers.
really in-depth story tomorrow. He talked to a lot of people about the Glendale years. So it's a really significant chapter coming to an end, and especially, and we'll get into it more on the audio episode tomorrow, but it's really significant. And then of course on our Friday postgame we'll reveal the number 1 moment at Gila River Arena. So I just cannot believe that. I can't believe we're sitting here and we're at the, I remember on our first ever postgame, it's like, when are we gonna make it? And we did it. We made it. We made it.
This was a tough season to get through, but we made it. Yeah.
We did.
And Petey, I don't know how you're feeling about it. Again, we'll talk about this tomorrow, but I want you guys to think about that too, emotionally. Like, we spent a lot of time at Gila River Arena, a lot of time there. Just curious what you're going to think about.
Yeah, it is. Here's the truth. I was there when that was a pile of dirt. Really, I was there. I got my first tour of that site when it was dirt. I had an office in that building for over almost 20 years. I lived in that building. That was my life. Those are my friends, my family. I lived there. I wasn't planning on going to this game if not for the bus. So because of PHNX, I will actually be in the building. Bittersweet. And it's funny. Oh, it's just your office. It's where you work. No, but it's more than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different because it's most jobs you don't go and you win or lose, or most jobs you're not at 20 hours a day. Some people are, and I'm not trying to slight that. I spent a lot more time there than I did at this job. Well, clearly, because I'm never here for this, but it was a big part of my life, and I'm glad I'm going to be in that building. And yes, I'll be sad. There's some really great moments in my lifetime that I equate with being in that building.
Yeah. And
it's going to be hard. And I'll go hockey, absolutely part of it. But my son grew up with me in that building too. And we went to, I saw motorcycles in that. I've seen trucks in that building.
I saw my first ever concert in that building.
I saw Joe Bros.
We'll talk all in it tomorrow.
So we'll get into that. So yeah, it's going to be hard. Do I think I'll cry? Well, no, but
I might.
It was wild too, going down sort of memory lane. With some, like I said, I think I have like 15 different voices in my story. And it's some of the names, I don't mind saying the names now, but Shane Doan is obviously in the story. Zabinick McCulloch's in the story. Radim Verbata's in the story. Ray Whitney's in the story. Mike Johnson's in the story. Don Maloney, who was incredible, had an incredible and surprising interview with Don Maloney, Dave Tippett, Gary Bettman. There are a lot of voices in this story, bringing a lot of perspectives. I spoke to Jeff Hecht, who was, you remember Jeff Hecht, right?
Hecht, you bet.
Yeah, he was
a PR.
Big for the Elman companies. He took over the business side when Steve Elman became the owner of the team. So a lot of different voices, a lot of different perspectives, really spanning the entire history of their 19 years and 18 seasons in Gila River Arena.
Yeah, and so I hope to bump into a few people there on Friday night too, not just the bus crew, which we'll be hanging with, but I hope to run into some people that I haven't seen for a long time.
Yeah. It's going to be really special, and we're excited to be there, and we're excited to be there with the PHNX Coyotes family. So thank you, everyone. And if you want to read that story tomorrow, be sure to become a member at gophnx.com. Sign up for the annual membership. You'll get a shirt when you do. Petey and I are both repping. Craig, we need to get you a PHNX shirt.
I don't know. Craig's is he too bougie? Like, this is my...
Yeah, you drink Perrier. It's not good enough.
Do I really look bougie?
No, but you don't have you don't rock the PHN. He has buttons and a collar. So
he does have the hat. He does have the hat. He's worn it.
You have the dad hat?
I want the classic PHNX black t-shirt.
I have that. Yeah. I had the dad hat on today, rocking around the Safeway today.
They want to give
I wore my PHNX shirt in Toronto. Hat in Toronto.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, become a member today. You can join the members only Discord. Members also get weekly deals on merchandise. So a lot of amazing perks to become a member, including you don't just get access to Craig's stories, but all of the amazing written content as well. There's stories on the Suns playoff run. The NFL draft is tomorrow, which, by the way, if you haven't already, RSVP, because there's a draft watch party at the Ainsworth. You can only get in if you RSVP. It's free. Byron Murphy will be there. Maybe some other special guests. So I'm going to be there as well. I can't wait for that. A lot going on this week. PHNX, a lot going on in the sports world this week. So be sure to follow PHNX Sports across all platforms and subscribe on YouTube to PHNX Sports, and subscribe to PHNX Coyotes wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an audio episode. Like we said, tomorrow we'll be diving into the Glendale years a little bit more. Any final notes?
I just had a comment by Joe. I don't know. This is perception here. Did you see that first round matchup?
Quick and Smith will face
Yeah.
each other in the playoffs
Edmonton
again
Alley,
for the
Quick and
first
Smith.
time.
Somebody mentioned that the other
since
day.
they
That's really cool.
Both posted
Wow.
above
Yeah.
.930 save percentages
Wow.
in
10
the
years later.
2012
10 years
Western
later,
Conference Final.
and they're
That's
both still in the league,
unbelievable.
and they're both playing in the playoffs. That's
That's
unbelievable.
unbelievable. Wow. Thanks
Huh.
for that tidbit.
Thanks, Joe.
Amazing. Wow.
Okay,
Insane.
there's something new. That's it.
All right.
I just want to point
Any
that
final
out.
thoughts?
It's
Start-
it is also. I will say this for the first time I've ever said this in this studio. It's hot in here.
It's hot
Yeah,
in
it
here,
is
actually.
warm.
Like, it's never said that before. Like I've got a jacket here. It's hot.
It's usually freezing in
Yeah,
here.
I'm actually sweating.
Well,
Air conditioning on the bus.
there'll be air conditioning on the bus.
The Dos Equis patio. Are we gonna get? Oh, not air conditioning.
It'd be a bit warm out there, buddy.
We have the beers to keep us cold.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just drink beers and you won't realize.
I'm
how hot
so
it is.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Treat
I'll
beers,
say
then
this.
go cover the game.
I haven't. I don't remember the last
Why
time
not?
I've gone to the hockey game. Are we working the game or are we fans of the game? Or like, what's my role during the game?
Whatever you want to do.
So can I just watch
Which,
the
by
game?
the way, Petey's planning on bringing his whiteboard.
in
Like,
the game, yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna talk shit out.
it's gonna be fun.
Whiteboard, his white
I will
suit.
say this: what happened on the tying goal today when we were watching the TV?
Oh my gosh, Petey was standing in front of the TV and they were on the 5-on-3 and Petey literally touches the TV screen and he like puts his finger on Barrett Hayton. Said, "Watch Peyton, he's gonna score."
I tweeted it.
10
second-
seconds.
10 seconds
before it
later.
happened.
Hayton score.
So we're gonna have the whiteboard. And
Petey
we're gonna
knows
do that kind of shit.
a little bit about
But it's
what
gonna
he's
be fun
talking
to
about.
watch a game and be
Petey
watching
can
it.
predict the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that tells you.
Yeah, so tell Petey on DraftKings while you're at it.
Yeah, no, don't do that. No, it's going to be fun. We get to relax. Well, you and I do. Craig's got to work. Leah and I are going to relax, have fun, watch a hockey game with the PHNX fam, and we're going to have a few cocktails.
I'll
Then
be
we're
over
gonna
at the Lola. I'll
Then
come
you'll
over
be
at
at
the
the
Lola
Lola?
after I'm done working.
Have a drink at the Lola on the post.
We're gonna work
We
We
hard.
haven't drank beers on the post game show. In
We
a
are
while.
going to work hard at getting some special guests to stop by the
Yeah,
Lola.
Yeah,
we
we are.
Say at this point,
We're
but
not going to
working
name
on it.
names, but we're working.
We're working on it.
And just because the season ends on Friday does not mean PHNX Coyotes coverage ends. We will still have 5 shows a week. Our coverage will not stop. We are going to immediately start talking about the draft and prospects and the draft lottery. So there's going to be 5 days a week of coverage. Still follow us on Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes. We'll be posting our weekly schedule there, as well as guests. We're going to have a lot of draft experts come on, hopefully some interviews of former and current players this summer. So it's a great time to follow at PHNX_Coyotes. A great time to become a member at gophnx.com. We cannot wait for Friday. I cannot believe we made it through the season. It's our last studio post-game show till October, which is unbelievable.
Wow.
So excited
Wow.
for the Lola on Friday, excited for the game on Friday. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, another Pack Therapy in the books. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on Friday.